It's me, Romax. Uh, the video I'm about to drop now is a video of a youth called Zang. Mr. Zang is from Plateau State, and the Zang has something special for all the youth in Africa. What Mr. Zangs have, if the Plateau State government will queue into this very project, I believe it will be a very, very great idea. Um, you know, Whenever they want to talk about Plateau, they say, Plateau youth are lazy, Plateau youth, this and that. But this is what I have to show you that comes out of Plateau State. That's one out of many. And what I want to beg from the government of Plateau State, Sir, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Mutfang, I would like you to help and support these very youths. Mr. Zang Tech.
My name is Zang Luka. I am from Plateau State, Nigeria, and I am the founder and CEO of Zang Global Limited. My educational background, during my secondary school days, I wanted to be in science class because then they shuffle students based on your performance on some subjects. So then I was not able to perform well on science subjects, so I was sent to social science class. But I wanted to be in science class because that's my passion, that's where I'm passionate about. So despite without me not going under science class then, I have to study science on my own, then buying science textbooks, making experiments at home, and also making some research on things that I want to build then. So I passed through social science class. So when I graduated, I went ahead and studied computer science. Yes, Zang Global is a social enterprise that recycles electronic waste into sustainable products such as power banks and solar lanterns. We started this journey since 2018, and when we started this journey, of solving indigenous problems, because then I've seen a lot of products in the market, and I see that we can also build a global brand, starting from anywhere. And we took the challenge, and then we had a lot of problems we wanted to solve, and at that moment we later discovered that electronic waste is very useful. Started experimenting on electronic waste, and from electronic waste we're able to come up with products, build our first power bank, despite the fact there were try and error, which we tried for several times. For 5 it couldn't work, but the 6th one, which was a success, and from that moment we're able to get a product that we sent to the market. There are a lot of challenges to talk about since an inception when we start. Despite the fact, I know that the journey is not an easy journey, because there's nothing good that comes easy. And some of the challenges that Zang Global has faced in this journey is one, an enabling environment which innovations will strive in, and also challenges of having the needed resources and tools, because we need the needed machinery which we will use in our production, to also facilitate our production, to increase our production capacity. Because when we started this journey, we're producing manually, our production was manually. It reached to a certain point where we shifted from manually to semi-automatic. So which now what we are looking at is to go into full automation of our production, which will increase our production capacity. And also some of the challenges that we have faced is not only the enabling environment aspect, but we lack the needed support that will push us, that will also make us strive. Because we alone at Zang Global, we cannot do it. We need other people, we need people to come on board that will support us, you know, to achieve this bigger vision that we have. Our current production capacity at the moment, it's encouraging. It's a bit encouraging, more better than before. But what we have in mind, what we want to achieve in the future, because we are not only looking at serving, you know, the plateau market only or the Nigerian market. No, but we are looking at serving the entire African market, to leverage those markets. And if we are looking at the entire African market, then we need to skyrocket our production capacity. And what we are looking at is to be able to mass produce these products in thousands a day. Because if you only look at our population in Nigeria, over 240 million population, and this time around, and we are looking at the entire Africa, which we need to skyrocket our production capacity. When we started this journey in 2018 and then 2019, we were awarded by the MSME as MSME Awards winner of Excellence in Technology Innovation by the then Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo, and we were awarded, recognized. The award came with some funds together with it. It was that funds that helped us with scale a bit from what we were doing then. And through the awards, I will say the awards was just like a key for us, because that was the moment we start, the moment we came into limelight a bit. So we're able to, we met with a lot of people that time, and you know, a lot of people made some promises to us, you know. A lot of people came in and supported us. And if we also talk about the past administration, yeah, they tried in their own way they could at that moment. Because I remember they also when we had some awards in Lagos, which they supported and facilitated that, and you know, they tried in their own way. But to talk about it, we needed more than that, because you know, what we are doing is that government could actually key in and come into what we are doing, because it's a win-win thing. Because when government come in, you know, invest in what we are doing, they will have their own percentage. We at Zang Global, we have our own percentage. So I believe it's a win-win thing, whereby we can build a full production plans for this, not only for business purpose, but for employment. Because one of our target at Zang Global is to employ 15,000 youth across Africa by 2029. So we have a bigger vision, a bigger goal in that aspect, whereby a lot of youth graduates from the high institution And we have looked at government alone cannot provide the needed employment that our youth need. So it's high time that some of us who are in the entrepreneurial aspect or the private sector to double up the game to see that we grow fast into some certain level that we help in absorbing and also help in curtailing the unemployment that we have, not only in Plateau State, but the whole of Africa. Yes, my motivation, what motivates me daily, it's what I'm doing. I'm passionate. It's all about passion, because if I would have not have passion for this journey, I think I would have back up long time ago. But what keeps driving me, what keeps moving me, it's because of the passion I have for what I'm doing. It's because I want to see things being built at home, not only we consuming, but we should also be producers, because we cannot just only be consuming. So as well, let also the young people, we the young people also contribute to the economy of the country, instead of just consuming without contributing. So that also drives me. And also the issue of unemployment, which I have talked, it's one of the drive that drives me, because when I see a lot of young people without employment, which is one of the key drivers of crime in our society. So if people are employed, they have something doing, they have a source of livelihood, no one will think of committing a crime in our society. So these are things that drive me to provide employment, to see that we have a society with less or no crime. The advice I have for the youth is, whatever you are good at and whatever you are passionate about, pursue it with consistency, because I believe consistency is very key in what you are doing. Yes, despite the fact there are a lot of challenges when you are doing something like this. You are bound to have a lot of challenges, but do not relent, keep pushing. And also what I'll tell our youth is to stop over dependence on government. I know there are lots that our government needs to put in place, but that does not make us, we the youth, to join them in that same train. We need to show example in our own little ways by doing our best, despite the fact not having the needed environment. And if we put in our best as young people and we build ourselves, I can assure you that government will have no any other option than to come back to us, because by then we'll take the economy in our hands. But if we relax, we keep complaining only about the government, which I know, yes, the government is lacking in so many ways, but we need to rise on our feet in order not to keep complaining as usual, so that we capture the economy in our hands, and then that is when government have no any other option than to come in demand of the youth. But if you see, if the economy is not handled by the youth, it's very, very difficult. But what I will tell the youth out there is that whatever you are passionate about that you are doing, either you have started or you are about to start, if you have started, keep pushing it, be consistent, and you break boundaries with time.
That's amazing. Before we let you go, sir, you have an event coming out soon. Can you tell the audience what the event is all about? Let's see how you do so.
Yes, we have an event coming up on the 26th of October 2025 here in Jos. It's an international event being held here in Jos, which we are bringing people all over Africa, all over the world, to just to witness and see what we are doing at Zang Global. And the event is to launch our new products, which we are unveiling, which are the mobile phone charger and then the USB cables, and also the exhibition of our entire products, and also a fundraising. The fundraising for the purpose of building a full-scale production plant and also a training center for training young people on electronic waste and renewable energy, because that is part of our goal of achieving 15,000 jobs across Africa by 2029. So don't be left out. We call on the youth, we call on individual, we call on government, we call on private sector, we call on development partners, we call on everyone, to join us and support us on that day, because your support is very crucial in seeing that we achieve our mission and our vision. So most especially, we call on the government of Plateau State, we call on the federal government to support what we are doing, to support this innovative journey that we have started, so that we can show other young people that it can happen here in Plateau State, that indeed it can happen here in Nigeria, that what products that we might be seeing outside there, it can be produced and it can be made locally, and we can export it globally right from here. Thank you.